Hello students, in this video we will be discussing about one of the important concept of economics, that is cost. So after completion of this class, we will be in a position to understand what is cost and what are the different types of cost and what is the importance of cost analysis in any business. Generally, in any business, producers need to incur or producers need to sacrifice something in order to conduct the activities in the business. So here sacrificing something to conduct the activity in the business is known as cost. It may be monetary or non-monetary, tangible or intangible, subjectively or objectively, whatever it is, here need to sacrifice something. So without sacrificing anything, we cannot get something from others. So something sacrificing to others is known as cost. For example, if you want to produce, the producer want to produce any product, they need to incur some expenditures in the business. Incurring on producing the product is known as cost. It may be the raw material or the payment in terms of wages or payment in terms of rent, payment in terms of salaries, payment in terms of depreciation, that is intangible, or payments in terms of any other activities. So here paying or sacrificing something in various activities in the business in order to get something is known as cost. So here simply we can say that cost is an expenditure. Cost is an expenditure incurred by the business or the producer in order to produce the products. To produce the product, the producer need to incur in terms of raw material. Producer incur in terms of maintaining the fixed assets in good condition. Also paying in terms of wages to the laborers. Also paying in terms of salaries to the employees. Paying in terms of transportation cost, fuel, water, gas. All these are the different types of cost. Whatever the nature of this cost it is, but here producer need to incur something in order to produce the cost. And here this cost is very important. Analyzing this cost is very important in every business by the managerial economist or the producer, because whatever the proposals, whatever the projects, or whatever the decisions the managers wants to take in the business, that decisions all the decisions all are related to the cost and the revenues. So here to ascertain whether the decision that they are going to take the decisions in the business will like incur profits or loss, profits, more and more profits. Here to determine that we require to estimate the cost, or accordingly need to estimate the revenue. So by comparing these two, that revenue that they are going to generate and the cost that they are going to incur in this decision, right, they will estimate the profits or losses. So here to estimate the profits or the losses also, the cost analysis is very playing a very important role or significant role. So here, so different levels of the managers can use in different ways this cost, and analyzing the cost and taking the decisions in many activities or the various activities in taking decisions. So it is also one of the economic concept. It is also one of the economic concept applying on various managerial decision areas for optimal solutions in any business. So this cost analysis helps to the managers to reduce the cost in production in order to increase the profits, in order to increase the performance of the business. So reducing the cost means, or default means, indirectly we are trying to increase the profits, we are trying to increase the performance of the business. Now let us see a simple definition for the cost given by the different people or the economist. The amount of expenditure incurred for a given thing is known as cost. Here, the amount of expenditure incurred to a given thing is known as a cost, which is given by CIMA, Certified Institute of Management Accounting UK, has given a definition for the cost as the amount of expenditure incurred to produce to a given thing. In another words, a cost is the value of economic resources. It is the value of economic resources used as a result of producing products or doing things in terms of cost, doing things. So here cost is, it is the value of economic resource which is used as a result of producing products or doing things in the business. Simply, cost refers to the expenditure incurred to produce the products or the services in the business is known as cost, right? It may be the products or the services, whatever, incurring some expenditure, sacrificing something to produce such products or the services is known as a cost. So all cost involves sacrifice of some kind of other to acquire some benefit from the others. For example, here if I want to purchase a product X, if I want to purchase a product X, value the 100 rupees. The value or the price of the product is 100 rupees. If I want to purchase, if I want to acquire this product, I need to sacrifice worth of rupees 100. So this is what called cost. Sacrificing in terms of money. Here worth of 100 rupees money I am sacrificing in order to acquire this product. This is called cost from my point of view. So if I am not sacrificing this 100 rupees, I may not purchase, I may not acquire this product X. This is called a product. See, the cost not in terms of money, but money's worth also. So it may be in the form of monetary or non-monetary, tangible or intangible also. So depreciation is an expenditure which we cannot see and touch. That is here intangible. Depreciation we cannot see and touch it. That is only the assumption of producer to calculate in order to ascertain the net value of the asset at the end of every accounting period. Apart from that, social cost. Social cost is also one of the intangible expenditure that is incurring by the society due to this pollution, noise and other activities the people or the society is doing. So here sacrificing health due to the pollution is also one type of cost. It is called as a social cost. So here it is not uncommon to find the psychic cost such as frustration, dissatisfaction, right? All these also, frustration is also one type of cost, dissatisfaction is also one type of cost, and whatever we are sacrificing in order to get something, we are sacrificing something in the market or sacrificing in the society, sacrificing anywhere is known as cost. So what is cost? Cost is simple words, we can say it is an expenditure or sacrificing in terms of money or money's worth is known as cost. Now let us see what are the different costs. What are the different costs generally incurred by the producers or the business. So here whenever the producer wants to know whether they are generating profits or not, they should understand the total revenue as well as the cost. They should study the revenue and the cost. So here they should study the total revenue and the total cost. These should be studied by the producer in order to know whether there is a profit or loss during the period. So now The question is, what is total cost? What is total revenue? So total revenue is the total sales proceeds. Total revenue means the total sales proceeds. Then what is total cost? Total cost is the cost of fixed and variable. The fixed plus variable cost is known as total cost. So here, what is fixed cost? What is variable cost? Fixed cost is the cost which is remains constant at any level of production is known as fixed cost. Whereas the variable cost is the cost which is changes according to the level of production. So fixed cost is remains constant, remains fixed. It does not change at any level of production for a particular period. In short run, the fixed cost cannot be changed. In long run, there is no difference in fixed and variable. All the costs are comes under the variable cost. But here, in short run, variable cost is the cost which is changed according to the level of production. That is called as variable cost. So here, the total of fixed and variable cost is the total cost, and the total sales proceeds is the total revenue. Taking the difference between these two, we may realize whether there is a profit or loss. If the total revenue is greater than the total cost, we may say there is a profit, and vice versa. If the total cost is more than the total revenue, then we can say that the company or the business is incurring losses. So here, to avoid such cases, to avoid such issues at the risk, every like a managerial economist should study the different types of cost that they are incurring in the business in order to ascertain the profit, in order to generate the profits. If the economist is in a position to ascertain or analyze the cost that they are incurring on the total production, then automatically they will try to estimate the future profits. If there is possibilities to incur the losses, if they incur at present, they will try to reduce the total cost of the production. They will try to reduce the total cost of the production. So when they are trying to reduce the total cost of the production, automatically the risk or the loss level will decline. So here, how you are decreasing the total cost of the production in the business while producing, similarly the corresponding losses or the risk level will be decreased, means that the profit of the business will increase. So here, for those cases, for the taking the decisions in those areas, especially in production areas, the managerial economics should study all the different types of cost in order to analyze and taking the corrective decisions to implement in practice. So apart from the production, there are various managerial areas where the managerial economist should take the decision in the business, but here the cost of the production will play a significant role in increasing or decreasing the profitability of the business. So now let us see the different types of cost that generally producers will incur in the business to produce the products. This is also very important concept in examination point of view. Then the question is like what is cost? Explain different types of cost. What is cost? Different types of cost. Now let us see types of cost. There are different types of costs generally incurred by the producer or the business while producing the products. Not only produce the products, also in various activities that they are conducting in the business, monetary or non-monetary. Now let us see different types of cost. The first cost is fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost. Right. Fixed cost, variable cost, and the semi-variable cost. we are the important cost that a managerial economist should understand and identify in order to take the decision to control. Here, fixed cost. Fixed cost is the cost which is remains constant. As I said, fixed cost is the cost which is remains constant in short run. Whether there is a production in the business or not, this cost will be incurred by the business. There is no changes in this cost. For example, here, rent for the building, employees' salaries, directors' fees, directors' fees. All these are the examples for the fixed cost, because irrespective of the level of production, irrespective of the production in the business, this cost will be incurred by the business. Whether there is a production or not, the rent for the building to be paid, salaries for the employees will be paid, fees for the directors will also be paid. So all these are different expenditures that are being paid by the business, irrespective of the production, is said to be the fixed cost. So the nature of the fixed cost is, it is remains constant for a short period. After 1 year, or the long run, there is no fixed cost. Every cost will be treated as the variable cost. Even the production is stopped temporarily for the short period, this type of cost need to be incurred in the business, that is called as a fixed cost. In other words, the total fixed cost or the fixed or constant in short run, and the fixed cost per unit changes with the volume of production. How you are increasing the total production in the business, the fixed cost per unit will decline, and here the production is increasing, the fixed cost per unit will decline. For example, here number of units that we are producing, 10, 20, 30, 40, and fixed cost that we are incurring, that is 100 rupees, 100 rupees, 100 rupees and 100 rupees, because this is the nature of a fixed cost, remains constant at any level of production. If we calculate fixed cost per unit, when you are producing 10 units, the fixed cost per unit is 10. When you are producing 20 units, the fixed cost per unit is 5. When you are producing 30 units, the fixed cost per unit is around 3.3, and here it is 4.5. Sorry, 2.5. See how you are increasing the production. The fixed cost remains constant, but the fixed cost per unit will come down, will decrease. So this type of cost is known as fixed cost. Irrespective of level of changes in production, there is no changes in fixed cost, or there is no changes in cost is known as fixed cost. It is remains constant, but the fixed cost per unit, will come down as you are increasing the total production. So here fixed cost means the cost which is remains constant at any level of the production. If you are producing or not, conducting operations or not, doing business or not, this cost will be paid by, incurred by the business. That is called as fixed cost. And coming to the variable cost. Variable cost is the cost which will change according to the level of production. How the volume of the production is increasing, the variable cost will also be increased. Here, if you reduce or decrease the volume of production, the variable cost will also be decreased. There is a positive relationship between the total production and the cost of variable or the variable cost. Examples for the variable cost is raw material, wages for the laborers, and other direct expenses. All the direct expenses that we are incurring to produce the product are comes under the variable cost. How you are increasing? You require to increase in terms of purchase of raw material, in terms of procuring the labor, and in terms of other direct expenses. Means the total cost of variable is will increase. Here, if you reduce the total production, automatically the corresponding variable cost will decrease. Means here, if you stop the production temporarily, there is no variable cost. When you are producing the products, then only you need to incur this kind of cost, that is known as variable cost. For example, here number of units 10, 20, 30, 40, where the variable cost, if you are incurring the variable cost per unit as 10 rupees, 10 10 100, 200, 300, 400. Means that here how you are increasing the production, the variable cost also will increase. The variable cost also will increase. For example, after 40 units, the next month if you produce only 30 units, you may incur only 300 rupees. Means decreasing in the total production, decreasing in the variable cost. Here the variable cost per unit, the variable cost per unit constant for certain period, constant for certain period. The variable cost per unit will be the constant, where how you are increasing the number of units, the total variable cost will also increase. There is a positive relationship between the number of units and the variable cost, where the variable cost per unit is remains constant. Means the average of the variable cost and the number of units. Means the variable cost by number of units equal to variable cost per unit. 100 by 10, 200 by 20, 300 by 30, 400 by 40, 300 by 30. In certain cases, the variable cost per unit will be remains constant. So this kind of cost is known as variable cost. So these costs incurred only when there is a production. If you stop temporarily the production, there is no variable cost. Means here you need not to incur any amount or on the raw material or wages or the direct expenses or anywhere. So more the production, more the variable cost, less the production, less the variable cost. This is the type of variable cost. What is variable cost? Variable cost is the cost which is changes according to the level of production. More the production, more the variable cost. Less the production, less the variable cost. And the third type of cost is the semi-variable cost. Here the third type of cost is semi-variable cost. This cost refers such costs that are fixed to some extent beyond which they are variable. Up to certain cost, that is known as fixed cost. Beyond that cost is known as variable cost. The examples for the semi-variable cost is electricity bill. Electricity bill, telephone bill are the examples for the semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost means the cost that are fixed to some extent, beyond that which they are variable. So telephone charges or electricity charges from the good examples for the semi-variable cost. Telephone bills and electricity bills are the good examples, because here in case of electricity bills, for example, the total bill of the electricity bill is 150 rupees. Here amount out of 150, 50 rupees is fixed and 100 rupees is the variable. Let us take an example. So here in these two cases, here this is remains constant. Whether you are consuming the power or not, you need to pay 50 rupees per every month. Whereas coming to the variable cost, that is 100 rupees, based on your consumption, you will be charged 100 rupees. The total electricity bill is 150 rupees. Means here beyond the fixed cost, whatever the amount you are paying whatever the amount you are paying is known as variable cost. So the total of fixed and variable in this case equal to the semi variable cost, right? Here it is free. This is free. Up to 50 rupees worth of power is free for every customer. Here if beyond that, if you are consuming beyond that, you need to pay according to the current slab in order to pay the total electricity bill. And one more example, that is telephone bill. Here in telephone bill, up to certain calls, that is we can say free calls worth of 100 rupees. So this is the minimum bill that you need to pay for the calls. If it is beyond, for example, this 100 rupees is for 50 calls. They are the free calls given by the telephone department. So if the consumption is more than 50 calls, for example, total you have consumed 100 calls in a month, so you will be paid more than 100 rupees, means 50 calls are free, that is 100 rupees, and the remaining for 50 calls you need to pay at for example 1 rupee per call. As per the slab, you need to pay 50 rupees. The total telephone bill is 150 rupees. See, 100 rupees is constant, that is for you are paying for the free calls. Here after 100 rupees, whatever the calls you consumed, that is extra calls you consumed, you need to pay the extra amount, that is called variable cost. The total of the current telephone bill is 150 rupees. So semi variable cost is the combination of both fixed and variable cost. See here, it consists of two parts, that is fixed cost and the variable cost. Up to certain cost, that is fixed cost, beyond that cost, that amount which we are paying is the variable cost. So here these are the types, important types of cost that the producer need to understand in order to estimate the total cost of the production, especially in case of manufacturing organizations, that is fixed cost, variable cost and the semi variable cost. The next one is marginal cost. Marginal cost is the additional cost incurred by the producer for producing additional units. Here, what is marginal cost? Marginal cost is the additional cost incurred by the producer for producing additional unit. For example, here number of units producing and cost. Total cost and marginal cost. Right, here 10, 20, 30, 40 units. The total cost of the production for 10 units we are incurring 100. For 20 units we are incurring 170. For 30 units we are incurring 150. And for 40 units we are incurring around, for example, 130. So here for 10 units we are producing 100. To increase the 10 units, if you want to produce additional 20 units, additional 10 units, then we need to incur 70 rupees. The difference between these two is 70 rupees. This is called a marginal cost. So we need to incur 70 rupees more in order to produce 10 more units. 10 more units. See, in this case, for producing 10 units, we are incurring 100 rupees. Here, if you increase the production to 20 units, the total cost of the production is increased to 170. Here, the difference between these two is 10 units you are producing extra. For that, you are incurring 70 rupees extra. Means here, the marginal cost of the production, is based on the additional units that you are producing. So this is also called as a extra cost that you are incurring to produce the extra units is known as marginal cost. If you are not producing more and more products, you are not adding, you need not to incur the marginal cost. Sometimes the marginal cost is also equals to the variable cost per unit. This change is due to the change in the level of production. So here marginal cost is also equals to the variable cost per unit, because how the production is increasing, the level of variable cost also will increase. So the variable cost per unit that you are incurring is equals to the marginal cost. So what is marginal cost? Extra cost for extra products. Extra cost for the extra products produced is known as marginal cost. The next one is controllable cost. Controllable cost and uncontrollable cost. Uncontrollable cost. So what is controllable cost and what is uncontrollable cost? So whether the cost can be classified based on the controllability, the costs are classified into two, that is controllable cost and uncontrollable cost. Controllable cost is which is possible to control by the managers or the departments or the manager, economist or any person in the business. Such cost is known as controllable cost. Whereas uncontrollable cost which cannot be controlled, by the business or the producer is said to be the uncontrollable cost. Here the example for the controllable cost is the variable cost. The variable cost, office and administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses. So these are the controllable cost. Here all the direct expenses are comes under the controllable cost. If you want to control, you can control such cost in the business in order to increase the profits or in order to reduce the losses. Some costs are not controlled at the shop level. Some costs are not controllable at the shop level. Such costs are called as uncontrollable cost. The examples for the uncontrollable cost is depreciation. We cannot control the depreciation on fixed assets. We cannot control, because here irrespective of production, irrespective of the production, there is a depreciation for the technology or the machinery or any kind of fixed assets which we are using to produce the products. Such a cost is known as uncontrollable cost. So the direct and variable cost cannot be cut, whereas the overheads like office and administration, selling and distribution expenditures, such kind of cost may be controllable. So controllable cost are the variable cost and uncontrollable cost are the cost which cannot be controlled by the business is said to be the uncontrollable cost. The next one is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost. So opportunity cost refers to earnings or the profits that are foregone for the alternative ventures by using the given job or the task. For example, here opportunity cost. Mr. A is a person who is doing a job for the salary 3000 rupees per month. 3000 rupees a month. Now he is resigning and leaving from the organization and has started that A and company. A and company. Here he is drawing 3000 rupees in terms of salary per month at the time of doing their job, doing his job. Now he is leaving the organization, he is submitted his resignation and started a company, A and company. So the amount he is, the remuneration or the salary he is losing from the organization, that is worth of 3000 rupees, is the opportunity cost. Of course, you may generate the profits, you may earn something in the organization that he has started, but the amount that he has losing from the organization or the job is known as opportunity cost. In other words, opportunity cost refers to the cost. Opportunity cost refers to next best alternative foregone. It refers to the opportunity cost refers to the cost of the uh, activity, the cost of the activity which can be lost by the person or the activity is known as a opportunity cost. The next one is incremental cost. Incremental cost. Incremental cost is the cost incurred by the business in order to increase the quality or the quantity of the production. For example, we have purchased one machinery during 2015. Now we are in 2020. Now we are in 2020. We have purchased machinery during the year 2015 to produce the product. So after 5 years, since 5 years we are using the same machinery to produce the product. So here now this machinery is not in a position to produce the same quality and the quantity of the products at present market, in the present market or the business. So here for that we require to add some equipments, we require to add something to the existing machinery. The cost which we are incurring to add something to the existing machinery is known as incremental cost, or the cost which is used, the cost which is used to incur to replace the existing machinery or the technology in order to increase the quality or the quantity of the production is also said to be the incremental cost, or it is also called as replacement cost. So here if you want to meet the demand at present market, if you want to meet the customers expectations in terms of quality, we require to produce qualitative and quantitative products. For that we require to procure or acquire the qualitative machineries in order to produce in a quantity as well as meet the expectations of the customers. For that we require to incur some cost. That cost is known as incremental cost. And the other cost is sunk cost. Sunk cost. Sunk cost is also known as past cost, or also called as historical cost. Sunk cost, past cost, historical cost. So this cost nothing but the cost which has already incurred in the business to acquire the assets or to acquire something for the business is known as a sunk cost or past cost or historical cost. The nature of this cost is irreversible. We cannot take it back again once you incurred. For example, in the year 2018, we have incurred worth of rupees 1 lakh in order to purchase the machinery. Now it is 2020. We have already incurred 1 lakh rupees in order to purchase the machinery in the past 2018. Now it is not possible to recover. It is not possible to take it back. Such cost is known as a sunk cost or the past cost or historical cost. Past cost means the cost which has incurred in the past, right, is known as past cost, which has incurred to acquire the fixed assets or any other asset in order to produce the products in order to use for the business. And here the question of changing the level of activity does not arise here. Alternatives may be change. Alternatives may be change. Once you have incurred this cost in the business means it cannot be taken back because it is irreversible cost. Next, accounting cost. Accounting cost. Accounting cost refers to the cost which is recorded by the accountant. So if the accountant identified the expenditure and recorded in the books of accounts is known as a accounting cost. Simply, the cost which is recording in the books of accounts is known as accounting cost. Example, purchase of raw material, paid wages to the labor, paid salaries to the employees, paid transportation cost, paid rent, paid interest, paid dividend. All these are expenditures which is incurred by the business, right? Such cost will be recorded by the accountant in the books of accounts. That cost is known as a accounting cost. If the cost is not recorded by the accountant in the books of accounts, is not comes under the accounting cost. Here that cost is known as a economic cost. That cost is known as economic cost. The examples for this economic cost is that directors fees. Sometimes the owners of the business will be acted as a directors for the business. Sometimes owners will be act as managers for the business. So here, as per the regulations and the rules of the accounting, they will be recorded the salary and the fees as a expenditure to the business, but originally these people will not take the salaries from the business. So economists and the managers recognize that there are other implicit cost like economist cost. This is what called implicit cost. What the owners of the business not taking the amount in terms of salary, but here in terms of accounting, in the accounting books they will be recorded that as a expenditure to the business, but originally these people will not take the salaries. Such cost is known as economic cost. The next cost is that urgent cost and postponable cost. Urgent and postponable cost means the cost which we need to incur immediately, which cannot be postponed. Such type of cost is known as urgent cost. For example, here purchase of raw material. There is a huge demand for our product in the market. We require to produce immediately certain quantity. So immediately we need to purchase raw material, procure or the hire some workers in order to produce the products to meet the demand in the market. Such cost is known as urgent cost, means immediately we need to incur in order to meet the demand in the market. Such cost is known as urgent cost. Postponable cost means some cost in businesses there are some type of cost may be postponed for the future, which is not affecting on the economic position of the business, which will not affecting on the profitability of the business. Such cost is known as postponable cost. Even you are postpone the cost for the future, it may not affect on the business. Such cost is known as postponable cost. So there are certain costs like for example whitewashing to the building. You may postpone whitewashing for the building into the future. So it is not an urgent, and this cost may not affecting on the economic position of the business. Such type of cost are comes under the postponable cost. Then escapable cost. Escapable cost means like a postponable. Here escapable cost refers to the cost that can be saved by reducing the scale of operations to a lower level. So here sometimes if you want to reduce the total production, you may reduce. So due to reducing the total production level, automatically the total cost of the production will be declined. Such cost comes under the escapable cost. Then unavoidable cost. unavoidable cost. Unavoidable cost means we cannot avoid such cost is known as unavoidable cost. Example, the best example for unavoidable cost is the depreciation. It is very essential for sustaining the business in the market. It is very essential to incur in the business in order to survive. Such cost is known as unavoidable cost. So here there are the different types of cost generally the business need to incur in any organization in order to survive in the market for a long period. So some cost may be incurred, some cost may not be incurred, some cost may postponable and non-postponable. Urgent cost, right? Fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, marginal cost, controllable, uncontrollable. So based on the requirement of the business, nature of the business, size of the business, the total cost of the production will also vary. If the size of the business is more, here the large operations will be conducted by the business, therefore we need to incur more and more cost. If the organization size is less, here that organization will conduct less operational activities, automatically the total cost of the production also will decline. So based on the size of the organization, nature of the organization, scale of the business operations, these cost may vary from one organization or one business to another business. So my dear students, here this is also very important area where the economists need to understand and study in order to take the decisions in various managerial decision areas. So studying the cost, analyzing the cost, and taking the decisions in the business means indirectly he is trying to increasing the profitability of the business. Simply, if the total cost of the production is decreasing means indirectly we can say that the loss of the business will decline, proportionately the profitability of the business will increase. So this is also very important area, managerial decision area, where the business economist or managerial economist will apply in order to take the best decision or the suitable decisions in the businesses. So this is also very important concept in examination point of view. So the question may be like what is cost? Explain various types of cost. That is fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost, total cost, marginal cost, controllable cost, uncontrollable cost, avoidable cost, urgent cost, escapable cost, opportunity cost, sunk cost, historical cost, past cost, future cost. So based on the nature and the size of the organization, the business will need to incur different types of cost. Okay, thank you.